None of them would have been aware of the specific laws of the game and their application in this situation. Let's lay it out clearly so you can understand. If you are behind the ball when it is played to you, you cannot be offside. Forget everything else. That's the most important thing first of all. Was Kane behind the ball? While this angle is still slightly debatable, based on the lines and the way VAR works, Kane was deemed to be ahead of the ball when it was played to him, and therefore, technically, he is offside. The other point people made was that the defender touched the ball, and so that should have reset the offside. This is incorrect. The laws of the game are clear. A player must deliberately, and that's the key word, play the ball. If it simply rebounds off the player, as it did in this case for Kane, then he is still technically offside in accordance with the laws of the game. The next question we ask is, why did it take so long to make the decision? It's difficult to know for sure, but it's most likely because the margins in terms of Kane being offside were so small, based on the VAR lines anyway. A few frames or milliseconds in terms of the ball touching Emerson Royal's head and leaving his head could make all the difference. Ultimately, VAR determined he was offside when Royal headers the ball, and of course the header is treated like a pass. The defender deliberately played it, and in this case it was correctly interpreted that he did not deliberately play the ball. Hopefully that helps to explain the situation and clear up any misunderstandings. Whether or not the actual laws of the game make sense in this situation, well, that's another discussion. Ultimately, the match officials made the correct decision, as infuriating as that may be for Spurs fans.